Welcome to the Truth Channel with Pastor Eddie Hill.
Thank you once again for tuning into the Truth Channel with me, Pastor Eddie Hill. Once again, Barack Obama has started a good work after the State of the Union. He said that he was going to go out and put some money toward jobs. But Barack Obama is coming up a little short on the jobs with only $30 billion. $30 billion is a drop in the bucket when it compares to $700 billion that he gave to the bank. These guys up there in Washington right now is running around like the Keystone Cops. They came out the other day about China with the cars, the things that's going on. China is not honoring the trade agreement with the United States and nobody else. They don't honor any of the agreements. And our president was put on the spot by one of the politicians with a question about China, about enforcing the laws, and President Obama don't believe that they even doing anything wrong. These guys in Washington is not working for the American people. They're working against the American people. They have taken so many jobs out of this country and taken them over to India and all these other countries. They're allowing everybody. We don't make anything anymore. Before in this country, it meant something to be made in the United States of America. Most of the people do not realize the severe impact that has on this country when we take out the tax base. Yes, the tax base. When you take all the jobs out of this country, it destroys the tax base in this country. That means no taxes for hospitals, jobs, roads. Even our military weakens our country. Our country is being sold out from under the American people with these politicians, and it's just not a Republican or a Democratic thing, but it's both parties are destroying this country. And most of the Americans need to realize that we are buying these cheap cars. These cars is unsafe that we're buying from China. Before, it was a disgrace to buy any China products because anything that was made in China wasn't made good when it compared to what was made in America. And now that they have controlled most of the auto market, they're beginning to ship these cheap cars over here again. Yes, you can go out and buy these cars like the Prius, but what good is having one of these cheap cars when you hit the brakes and the car don't stop? Or you hit the gas and the gas locked down and you kill yourself. And then these countries, our government is covering up the danger in these cars because they want us to continue down this road buying all these cars and all this other stuff from another country. Even the gas, he said something about drilling in this country offshore. I think that's a great thing. Why have all this energy in this country when some of the Democrats are green, they don't want to drill in this country. One thing about it, these American people need to come to themselves and realize that we need to stop supporting all these people that want to destroy this country. Yes, the Japanese is not in love with America. They are in war with us right now. There's a war in the automotive industry. There's a war in all the technology, even with Google. They went after Google, even hacked into Google, and our country won't stand behind Google and support them. We need to go after them. The American people need to stand up. The American people is tired of our officials that will not stand up for us. We need to find people that and hold their feet to the fire. Our president is running around. They're acting as if they are chasing, like dogs chasing their tails, because they don't really have a clear-cut agenda of what the American people want them to do. So they're doing all kind of things in there. No, Mr. President, the American people need more than $30 billion. It's a drop in the bucket. We want you to come to help the American people, just like you helped out the Wall Street bankers. It's okay that you put Bernanke back in office, but you still got Geithner there. All these guys were the Wall Street bankers. They all were in there with Goldman Sachs. They're all buddies that's in there. And even going after the banks, Mr. President, it's illogical for anybody to think that they can take the banks down and have jobs created in this country. Mr. President, do you understand that it's 401ks, it's pension plans, it's retirement plans? Matter of fact, we the people own these banks. We own Bank of America. We own Goldman Sachs. We own Morgan Stanley. We own Wells Fargo's. Mr. President, these decisions that you're making are decisions like somebody that made in the middle of the night without any understanding that the American people is being destroyed by these decisions each and every day. Uncertainty in the market is a nightmare to the market. None of the money that's on the sideline will come into this market when they don't even know what the policy is going to be in this market from day to day. You need to get one set of agendas, Mr. President, and stick to those agendas, and don't stick your finger in the air and try to see which way the wind is blowing, Mr. President. Do what we sent you there to do, Mr. President. Do the business of the American people. The politicians need to understand we, the American people, can see what you're doing. You're selling our country. We're tired of the Japanese controlling our countries. They control our banks where we're borrowing money from them. We can work ourselves out of this jam that we got ourselves in by buying American products. Buy Ford. Yes, sir, I said buy Ford, buy Chevy, buy GM, buy cars that's made in America. Only buy products that's made in this country to support your own self. Because those that go out and buy all this outside stuff outside this country, you're committing cannibalism to yourself. This is from the truth.